In this video, we're going to go through a complete step-by-step guide on how to get your real estate license in the state of New York. We're also going to cover some important questions to ask when picking the first brokerage. And at the end of the video, we're going to cover all the costs associated with getting licensed so you know exactly how much to budget. My name is Chris with the Empire of Real Estate YouTube channel. On this channel, we talk about real estate, personal finance, and entrepreneurship. Before we get started, I want to offer you our free How to Get Licensed and Start Your Real Estate Career Guide. If you want to get your copy, there's a link down in the description below where you can download that. Everything in this video, plus a little bit more, is inside that guide, so I hope you like it. Oh, and by the way, if you did like the video, definitely smash the like button because it does help the channel grow, and we really appreciate it. First things first, let's dive into some of the basic requirements that New York has before you can actually start this process and start getting licensed. The very first one is you must be 18 years old or older, and you have to have a high school diploma or a GED. Next, you have to complete the state's real estate pre-licensed education requirements. In New York, you're required to complete 77 hours of state-approved pre-licensed education classes. And yes, I know, 77 hours is a lot of time to sit in a real estate classroom, especially if you have a busy 9-to-5 job or just a busy schedule in general. Because of this, we suggest you check out Colibri Real Estate School. They offer these classes online, so you can do them at the convenience of your own schedule. So if you want to check them out, there's an affiliate link down below with different sales and discounts. After you finish the real estate pre-licensed education classes, I would take a week or two to study. So I would put the brakes on the process for about a week, and I would spend time studying because this exam is not an open book exam, so you're going to have to retain as much information as possible. So spending a week to study after you complete your education requirements is definitely a good idea. Because if you didn't know, a lot of people actually failed this exam. So I want to give you a couple of other tips that you can use to pass this exam. So the very first one is to double down, study, time block an hour a day for at least a week or two to really retain more of the information. And this can be done with textbooks, or you can just go back through your real estate classes and then reread a lot of the content that was in them. I would at least spend an hour a day doing this. The next tip is to find a real estate study buddy. This is somebody that can go through this process with you. They can help you with studying, they can hold you accountable, and you can use things like real estate flashcards to make the whole process a lot more fun and engaging. But if you can't find a real estate study buddy and the textbooks are just too boring, then I would suggest you check out Prep Agent. I use Prep Agent to help me pass my exam, and it's a test-like simulation tool that you can use to feel more confident, and it will take you through scenarios that are very similar to the actual exam. And once you start doing this, you're going to build a lot more confidence because as you go through it and you answer each question, it's going to tell you if you're getting them wrong or right. And it gives you that automatic feedback loop that we all need to build confidence before we actually take the real exam. So I highly suggest you check them out. I use them to pass my exam, and there's an affiliate link down below so you can go check out what they have to offer. The next step in the process is scheduling your real estate exam. The exams in New York are held with PSI exams. So you can go on their website or give them a call. You're going to want to give them at least 24 hours notice before you book the actual exam to make sure that they have something open that works for your schedule as well. On test day, you're going to want to bring a couple basic things. The first thing is a basic non-scientific calculator for the math portion of the exam. And you're going to want to bring 2 forms of identification to get into the testing center on test day. Once you walk in the testing center, you're going to notice that it's a closed book test and the questions are all multiple choice. So my advice is to not rush through this exam, because if you rush through it, the odds of you failing are going to be higher because the majority of people finish the exam early. And even if you reread each question a couple times before you submit your final answer, you're probably still going to finish early. So definitely take your time and don't rush through the exam. Once you complete your exam, you're going to find out right away if you passed or failed. That's the good news. So you're not going to have to wait forever to hear the results. If you did fail the exam, it's not the end of the world. You can just study a little bit harder and retry the test again. A lot of the most successful agents in the entire country failed the exam the first time around. So don't take it as an indicator that you're going to be bad at real estate. It just means you need to study a little bit harder. If you did pass the exam, it's time to celebrate a little bit and pat yourself on the back. you're almost on your way to becoming a licensed real estate agent, and it's a really exciting time. The next step is completing your background check. So in New York, you're required to complete a background check and get fingerprinting done to make sure you have nothing on your record that would prevent you from getting licensed. After that, it's time to find your sponsoring broker. Now, this is one of the more simple parts of the process, but it's very important because if you didn't know, 87% of agents that get into this business fail out of the business. So picking the right first broker can definitely be a game changer, and it can help you have higher odds of actually succeeding. So I want to give you a couple of important questions that I would ask if I was starting all over again and looking for my first brokerage as a brand new agent. The first question is, do you offer mentorship? Are you going to have access to a mentor that has experience in the business? This is very important, at least for your first 3 to 5 deals, because your first 3 to 5 deals are going to be stressful, and a lot of things are going to come up in those deals that you just don't know how to handle as a brand new agent. So having somebody that's experienced in your corner that you can give a call to will make all the difference. It will make the process of learning how to be a real estate agent a lot more fun and a lot less stressful. The next question to ask is if they have a training program in place. Now, don't confuse this with a mentor, because a training program and a mentor are two totally different things. The training program should basically give you some kind of a structured outline and things you can do every single day to start building your business. So the biggest struggle that I hear from new agents is they get into the office on day one and they just don't know what to do. So having some kind of a game plan and some kind of a system in place to help you, go from day to day is a game changer. Because even when I started, I remember sitting in the office kind of looking around and saying, hey, what am I supposed to do? And I didn't know what to do. And that's the big thing. So having some kind of a structured outline on the things you're supposed to be doing every single day to start building your business can really help you launch your business a lot quicker. The third question I would ask is, how are you going to generate business? Generating business can be one of the hardest parts of the actual business. And the reason a lot of agents quit, it's not because they don't like the business, it's because they can't figure out how to make enough money to stay in the business. So having this conversation up front is very important. So when you ask this question, you're going to be met with a couple different answers. The first one is they're going to teach you how to do SOI marketing. SOI marketing is called basically sphere of influence marketing. And that's just reaching out to your friends, your family, and marketing to them to get referrals. And this can work if you have a big network. I know agents that have built 6-figure businesses doing this, so it's not to discount it because it definitely can work. But there's also another way, which is, marketing, prospecting, all that kind of stuff. So if you want to go down that road instead, and maybe your network isn't super big, then you're going to want to go to the brokerage that has that kind of training. So basically asking this up front and figuring out what brokerage is the best fit for you is very important, because you don't want to go to a brokerage that's going to teach you how to build your business in a way that doesn't really align with the way that you want to build your business. Oh, and by the way, we are looking for new agent partners in New York. So if you're looking to partner with me over at Team Power Unit, definitely click the link down below. There's a link for a 30-minute call where I can connect with you and see if it's a good fit. And if it's not, maybe at least I can point you in the right direction. Once you found the perfect first broker, you're going to submit your real estate license application. So you're going to package up your real estate pre-license education that you completed, the certificate from that. You're going to package up your past real estate exam and your past background check, send it off. And then once you hear back and you get the approval, it's time to take that license, go hang it at your brokerage that you decided to work with, and you're officially a licensed agent ready to start building your business. So this is a huge milestone, but before we wrap the video up, I do want to go over some of the costs so you know exactly how much to budget. The very first thing is the real estate pre-license education classes, and I would budget between $250 and $500 to get this done. Next, you have your background check, which is going to be between $50 and $100. After that, you have the exam fee, which I would budget between $50 and $100 to get that done. And then your license application fee, which is about an additional $55. Last but not least, I would budget between $200 and $500 to get started with your first brokerage and get insurance. So if you're going to get licensed this year, I definitely want to hear from you. Drop that in the comment section below. And if you have questions about getting licensed, drop that in the comment section below as well, and I'll do my best to get back to you. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I hope you have a great week.